You are losing valuable time and valuable lessons by what you do. The saying goes, you are what you eat. And the same is for what you do. What you do is who you become. Thoughts lead to feelings, lead to actions, and those actions, very key, those actions lead to results. And that's why you're not succeeding. That might be why you're not succeeding on NoFap, why you're not succeeding with girls, why you're not succeeding with business, sports, why you're not succeeding with your gym. Maybe you've not taken the time to really figure out why things aren't going the way you want them to. Now, this is completely on the fly because I've got a lot of things to do, and this is something that is very open to discussion. So I think I might make another video that's fully made like I make most of my videos. But this one, I just want to share what I have in my mind and give my best advice to what you should do. So, what you're doing currently, and if you're not, then you can still learn a few things. But what you probably do is, I don't have my controller, but you probably play video games. I have an Xbox right there. It's plugged in. I could switch it on and I could play fucking Minecraft or whatever if I wanted to. I could download Steam on my computer. I don't have it anymore. I deleted all those programs, and I've only got like a few. I've got like EA Play I can't seem to get rid of, but I've kind of taken the distractions out of my peripheral vision. That Xbox, it's hidden a little bit, so I kind of forget it's there most of the time. But it's there. And my controller for that Xbox, I don't even know where the fuck it is, and I need a thing to connect it, and it'd be so much hassle to do it. Same with Steam. It would take like a few minutes to download, and then to download a game, it'll take about an hour, 2 hours. That's a lot of time that I can instead be using for something productive. And what I've learned is the days where I play video games, I get hooked into it because you do. If you play video games, no matter if you haven't played them for years, you get hooked into them. My fucking uncle, for example, he's a very wealthy man, very successful, and he's now retired. He's got a lot of time on his hands, and he doesn't know what to spend his time on. And he said to me, "Well, I don't really need to make money." But what I said to him was, "You don't need to, but you can. You have the time to make effortless money, to make free money. And who knows? Because he's in America. Maybe you're a bit tight for university or college because in America it's very expensive. What if your kids don't get a scholarship? Then you're gonna have to pay for them to for their education. That's gonna really help you out instead of relying on a few properties or a an investment because an investment can go down when you need it the most." So what I said was, why not make the money so you have the money in the bank? So we were talking about social media. I was telling him about marketing on social media. That's a good idea. I don't know if he's implemented it. We'll see. But that's time. And the reason why I'm saying this is, what is he spending his time on? In video games. He told me he got a new Xbox, the Series X, I think. I don't have one. I have an Xbox One. He has a new monitor. He bought a new monitor for no reason. I think it was a few grand. Just because it's like new. It's the only reason why I got it. No reason behind it, but he's wasting time. He's playing Call of Duty. He's really into it. He's playing with his friends that he knows. Probably not his successful friends. Probably old friends that he used to play video games with. My neck is stiff. But again, he's wasting that time that he could be spending on making money, on doing cool things, traveling. He does a lot of travel now, but he still has a lot of free time. There's a lot of things that he can do. So the same goes for you. If you're 15, 20, 10, 50, whatever age, you probably got free time. And what are you spending your free time on? Playing video games, eating shit, and scrolling on social media. And obviously watching porn and jerking off. That's why you're watching this video. That's why you're trying to get into NoFap. And you've made that first step. It's like showing up to the gym. When you first show up to the gym, it's like, well done, well done. You've showed up to the gym. But now you know about the gym. You're trying to, get good in the gym. Now it's not about showing up. It's about progressing. So it's the same for NoFap. You showed up. Now it's time to make a real impact. And I didn't learn this until months after I had already started on NoFap. I learned that the problem wasn't necessarily me, it was my lifestyle and how, I guess also me, but mainly it was about my lifestyle and how I spend my time. I think back to the summer of 2023. It was my first summer here. And what did I do? I have a sim racing rig, if you don't know, sat right there. I played on the Formula One games, played Minecraft, and what did I do the whole summer? I jerked off. The next summer, in 24, didn't play any video games. I actually had work to do. I had shit I was getting done. I was only a year older. It was only a year difference. And although I jerked off a few times, I jerked off a lot less. And that is the point. By changing what you do, you will in turn change what you receive. You will change the results. So the results for you at the moment is emptiness, jerking off. You probably don't have a girlfriend. If you do, fair enough. But most guys I know with a girlfriend, including myself, you probably are doing a little bit more. So maybe, for example, I know some degenerate people, I'm friends with them. They go out drinking, going out to clubs, but they have girlfriends. And the guys that play video games that I know and that jerk off and do all this stuff, they have no girlfriends. None of them do. That's because of their lifestyle. Girls aren't into video games. Very few girls are, and if they are, they're probably looking for comfort, or they've got insecurity, they've got self-confidence issues. That is a likely reason. But what can you do? Well, stop playing video games and spend your time doing other things, doing more productive, fulfilling things. Look at Conor McGregor. I think it was an Instagram reel. I guess I could say I'm a hypocrite, but I use that for business, so I'm not coping. I do, by all means, I scroll, but I realize that, and then I throw my phone away. I still have productive hours of the day. Everybody kind of loses those key, like not key, they lose moments of the day, and I'm a victim of that. But I don't deem myself as a consumer. Sorry, there. Is it? I don't know if it's fixed. Let me fix the camera. Wait, sorry. Okay, sorry about that. But what I was saying was that you are obviously gonna scroll if you get to my. I'm not trying to blow my own dick, but once you get to my level, which is by all means not the highest level, but I'm definitely a level above you. Once you get to my level, which by all means is not very hard. Once you get there, you're going to be thinking about how the fuck can I make money? How can I do this or that? Social media is your answer, but the downside is you're going to probably end up being a bit of a consumer if you're using social media. But I identify as a creator and a businessman, an entrepreneur. I make money online. That's my go-to thing. So that's a side note. But quit social media. What I did was I coped. I got ad blockers for my computer. And what I used to do was I used to block like Twitter, Reddit, all these sites where I'd watch porn, and it didn't work. Why did it not work? Because what you can't have, you tend to want more. Like when you're sick and you can't do the gym, all you want to do is the gym. But once you're not sick, then you don't want it. So I found these ad blockers, these app blockers, all of that stuff. It didn't really work. In fact, it really resulted in the opposite. I'd find ways to kind of disable the app blocker. Why is the camera there? I have no idea what's wrong with it. I found ways to disable the app blocker, kind of just defeated the whole purpose of it. So what I would say is delete the video games, move your Xbox out of the way, hide it, place it somewhere, make it really annoying to be able to actually access it. So delete the apps on your phone. And for a while, this won't work. You're just going to re-download them. But after a while, you're going to think, well, that's a lot of fucking effort just to watch porn. I have to download Twitter or Reddit or whatever to re-download it. Then I have to make an account because I deleted my account. And then I have to look for the porn. I have to make it like, you have to press a few buttons to show like the porn and shit. I remember this shit. But you have to it's a lot of steps just to get there. It's a lot of effort. Obviously, you can go on the internet and type up Pornhub, but what I found towards the end of when I watched porn, it didn't really fulfill me to watch Pornhub. But yeah, that's what you can do. Just delete it from your peripheral vision when you don't have it there, or subconsciously you're not really thinking of it. When you delete the games off your desktop and you delete the apps off your phone, delete all of them. Don't keep one just because, oh, I might like it. Like I deleted YouTube. You can't really delete it. I had to like disable it and hide it. Do that. Stop watching my channel. Stop watching Mr. Beast. Stop watching The Sidemen. Stop jerking off. But this is the way to do it. So once you've disabled distractions, once you've disabled video games and procrastination, then you're going to find you're really bored and good. Feel bored. Enjoy boredom. And this is where change is going to occur when you feel bored and all you want to do is play the video games. Well, this is your opportunity to remold your way of thinking, to remold how you think and act. So instead of feeling bored or feeling as if you need to watch porn or play video games or go on Instagram or TikTok, instead reprogram your brain. Because you just programmed your brain to watch porn and do this shit. So what you need to do is counteract that programming by reprogramming your brain to fucking journal. Grab a pencil. This is not my journal. Grab a book. There's pages I have writing on here of like videos that I was watching, like Andrew Huberman, and book pages I was at that was really good. Just start fucking journaling. I don't have my journal with me. It's usually where I put my video ideas, but use that. Buy a book, or if you have a book, start fucking writing in it. Start writing your thoughts. What I do is, for journaling, I write what is on my mind. What is on my mind today, what has been on my mind. And I'll state it, and I'll say, why is it on my mind, or how can I change this? So let's say, for example, what is on my mind? I really want a girlfriend. Why do I want a girlfriend? Maybe because I feel high lust because I haven't jerked off in a while. Maybe because I haven't used the lust for something productive like my work, my passion, my purpose. Maybe it's been a while since I've had a girlfriend. So I want to feel a bit more, feel love, feel more affectionate. Will this benefit me? Probably not. I'd have less time. It seems like I'm trying to fill a void. Stuff like this. Answer it. And after once you've answered it and you've expressed it, then you will it will kind of, in your brain, you're kind of tearing out the paper and just throwing it away. Now you've forgotten all about this thing that's on your mind. And this is key to have a clearer mind and to really be successful. If you have high lust, if you feel like jerking off, write that down. Might take a few attempts, but keep doing that. It's a skill. What else can you do? You can meditate. I meditate every day. I've only just started journaling again because I've just realized that journaling is key to success. I think I'm getting sick. I don't want to get sick. Journaling is key to success, and so is meditation. They both work together. Meditation is where you lose your focus and regain it. I'll make a future video on it, but download Medito, turn off the music, do 1 minute a day, 5 minutes a day, 10 minutes a day, whatever. Do that every day for 2 months, and you'll see a big difference. Now I do 20 minutes every morning. So I wake up, go for a piss, come back into bed because I like to be comfortable. And would I recommend it? No, because you usually fall asleep. I tend to drift off a little bit, but I kind of wake up again. It's quite cool, actually. But I've nearly fallen asleep many times when meditating because of this, so be wary. But what I do is set a 20-minute timer in Medito, the app, and then I just meditate. So look up meditating, how to do it, and start meditating every day. That'll take up a lot of time. What else can you do? Well, find your purpose, find something to do, and spend at least 4 or so hours a day. Unless you have school, then just spend half an hour a day on your purpose and making a little bit of progression. So find what you enjoy. It could be going for a run. Maybe you like running. Maybe that's your new purpose. Maybe you want to do fighting. Maybe you want to be a boxer. Join a boxing gym and learn techniques and spend your waking hours learning how to get better as a fighter. Maybe you want to be a YouTuber. Then that is bad. Maybe then find something that you can do. So learn how to script videos, edit videos, learn how to speak with a bit more authority. Maybe learn how to do certain things. Find that purpose and then act on it. Now, an example that just came to mind about journaling, I know I'm going backwards, but recently with the people around me, I felt like I haven't been as social, I haven't been as charismatic, and I want to change that. I journaled it, and I thought, well, I'm going to change something about my energy. And today, I had a shit ton of energy. Yesterday, I had a bit of energy, but today I really stepped up a gear. Was flirting with girls and girls that I used to flirt with. I flirted with them again. It was very open and social, speaking to loads of different people. And this was all because I journaled it. So there you go. There's an example. What else can you do? Well, you can do the gym. I think if you're not buff, or at least trying to get buff, I guess this doesn't really justify it, but if you're not athletic, if you're not if you're not got an aesthetic body, or at least trying to get one, then you're doing something wrong. Because I think every man should. And if you don't, then you're not really a man. You're a woman. And not even a woman, because women take care of their bodies. You're just kind of a slump, a lazy piece of shit on the planet. So start working on your appearance. Start taking pride in your appearance. That's something that I value in every woman that I date, is that they take pride in their appearance. As a human quality, that is very key because everyone does. And if you don't, then you're a very low level. You're at the lowest level there is. What else can you do? A habit tracker. I'm not going to give you a fucking tutorial on it. Essentially, you just write down the dates, certain things you want to do. So, training, journaling, work, that kind of stuff. And you just tick it off every day. Look up Hamza. I'm pretty sure Hamza has a video on it. And check out how to do a habit tracker. There's loads of fucking, it doesn't have to be Hamza. Loads of people do it. Some people do it with whiteboards. I prefer to do it on paper. I'll leave my whiteboard for other things. Find a hobby. Or find a sport even. So I do rugby at the moment, but I'm gonna do fighting soon. That's my new kind of, I've kind of teared that kind of semi-purpose off. And now I'm moving on to a new thing, which is fighting. I have fought in the past, but I haven't fought in a long time. And I want to get back into it. I want to start getting punched in the face. As fucking crazy as I sound, that's what I want to do next. So that's what I'm going to spend a lot of time on. But for the last year and a half, it's been rugby. That's been my purpose. That's what I spent a lot of time on. I've met many women from just training rugby. So find a hobby to do, find a sport to do. I think every man should fight and should have a sport that they do. Do sprints, take care of a lot of aspects of your life, and you're going to find that once you focus on a lot of aspects, you're actually not going to have that much time left over. Now, if I have spare time, what I used to do, now that I have less time, I don't do it as much, but I used to play a lot of darts. I learned how to become a good dart player. My dad bought a dartboard, and that's what I do. You can get a fucking mini golf set. You can get a dartboard like me. You can get a pool table, a foosball table. I feel like a little activity that you can do whenever you want, that although does raise your dopamine. Like darts is good because it's good for your brain, it's good for your maths. But these kind of activities, taking your dog for a walk, that are minimal dopamine or easy dopamine, they give off easy dopamine. Although they're easy, they're good to counteract video games and jacking off. Like I've had a lot of urges. I've had nothing to do. So what did I do? I went out and played darts because that got rid of my urges. Because I either got spanked by my dad at darts or I did really well. And then you don't want to jerk off. You want to play more darts. Another thing you can do is set goals. I have yearly goals and I also have weekly goals. This week, my goals are to do plyometrics, which is for explosiveness and for rugby. To track my calories daily, because last week and the week before I failed at that. Only 1 or 2 days I failed that, but again, I haven't pulled it off. Remove mental clutter, so set a timer for when I can use Instagram and all these things so I don't lose the crucial moments of the day. 1 caffeine-free day, because apparently if your body adjusts if you drink too much caffeine. I drink caffeine every day. And do core 6 days. So do core exercises because I want to really work on that core. And also finish my book that I'm reading, which is quite a task because I haven't got much time to do it. And that leads me on to my next point. Read books. Now, I'm not reading any of these books. My 2 books I'm reading are in my bedroom because, that's where I read most of the time before bed. But in the morning as well, And sometimes if I have free time, then I'll read. And it sounds very boring to someone who saturates their dopamine, but honestly, it is the most powerful thing you can do. Self-help books, read them. Corey Wayne, 3% Man, if you want to get good with chicks. There you go. Who else? Deep Work, Cal Newport. I actually haven't read it, so I'm going to put my hands up. I've had that book for fucking ages. Probably nearly a year, and I still haven't read it. Because it just hasn't really, like, some books you're just more interested in than others, and I kind of just kept buying books. But I've learned a lot of Cal's tips on, like, online from seminars and stuff, so I don't really need to read that book, but I will read it eventually. That's a good book to read. Story worthy if you want to tell good stories. I need to reread that book. The Way of the Superior Man, Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck, The 4 Hour Work Week, and Disrupt Yourself, and also The One Thing by Gary Keller, and How to Win Friends and Influence People, which are both downstairs. I have a lot of fucking books, and there's people with bigger book collections than me, but I read all the time. It's a good way to spend your time, reading books, training. All these things I've stated are very boring, simplistic, and they're going to get you to another level, and they're going to get you a lot of money. And if money is not your end goal, it's going to give you a lot of fulfillment if you follow your purpose more directly. And now I already have videos on purpose, on more specifically each topic that I've talked about. So check that out. But you can spend your time on anything. And this is the point I want to get to. These are all things that I do on repeat, and they bring me happiness. A lot more happiness than when I jerked off and play video games. There's no real purpose and fulfillment behind what you do. You're just kind of trying to hide your lack of fulfillment. So by really boring yourself, because boredom creates success. Think of fucking the Romans. They were not in any way fucking. They were bored. Napoleon, all these people, the adventurers from hundreds of years ago, inventors, Einstein, Newton, all these people were bored out of their mind. And that's why they got things done, because they had nothing to saturate their dopamine. They had nothing to really spend their time wasting. So all they could do is work and really enjoy life itself. And what I was talking about with the Instagram reel that I forgot, just come back to mind. It was that by chasing happiness, you chase hell or bad feelings. You chase emptiness. Whereas if you chase, well, yeah, you chase emptiness and boredom. When you chase boredom and less fulfillment, you're going to find more happiness. We're talking about Conor McGregor and how, by all means, he might be happy now doing what he's doing, but in a few years' time, he's going to be fucking depressed. He probably will kill himself. I'm not wishing that on anyone, but he's not going to be very happy. Whereas at the moment, or not in the moment, but a few years ago, when he was fighting, when he was fulfilling his purpose, he was very happy and very bright. Do you want to be like Conor McGregor and keep doing what you're doing now? Or do you want to be like the old Conor McGregor who really fulfilled his purpose and achieved his goals? It's your choice. Have a good day. And check out the NoFap course if you really want to start achieving things. I'm not going to ramble on about it. It works. And essentially, it's a fast track to real NoFap and real semen retention. You just fast track the pain and the struggle that I've had to go through to teach you the lessons and what you will go through if you don't buy the course. If you want to get to that high level very fast, that's your ticket. And if you enjoyed this, subscribe. If you have any questions or any problems you may face, comment them down below or message me on Instagram. And have a good day.